If you haven't already done so, please go back and watch the first part of this video where we take apart and repair the Kenwood TR-2500, and this part of the video we take it out on site and have a play to see if it still works. Right, we've come out to site. We're not going to use the SDR today. I know some people prefer Mick on the other end to the SDR. I obviously do as well. So we'll do Mick's going to be back at base checking the audio off of these and hopefully doing a little bit of recording as well so we can see how they come out. So anyway, let's pop the aerial on this bad boy and get it out. And we're not going to go too mad today. I just thought I would bring a radio that would have come out, well, a little bit afterwards, but the FT23R again, two vintage radios testing against each other. I think that's probably fair because they are obviously similar age and a similar spec. Okay then, let's see if Mick's around. I'm sure he will be because I've just been talking to him on the, I've actually got the aerial on the car today, so we've just had a bit of a natter using my new SM17 fist mic. Fantastic little fist mic these. If you've got a FT70D and you want to be absolutely certain you're legal when you're driving mobile, there's no screens on this, so you're not going to get pulled up by anyone. And I can say that they're very good quality and really good audio, and Mick's also said the audio is good from these too. Okay, anyway, that isn't why you called. Let's get out and play radio. Okay, this is G7LNK at location A. Location A, a little bit windy today. Location A, a little bit windy today, with the Kenwood TR-2500, a radio from 1983. Testing with Mick back at base, G0LDB, approximately 3 miles away, more or less line of sight. We're using the stock antenna 123455431. How's that sounding, Mick?
Yes, very good audio indeed, Paul.
40/9, excellent signal. Bit of wind about, as you said, but fully readable, and it is nice audio. G0LDB.
Right, the FT23R. Okay, this is G7LNK mobile with the Yaesu FT23R at location A test. Okay, this is G7LNK mobile with the Yaesu FT23R at location A testing with Mick, G0LDB, 123455431. How's that sounding, Mick?
Yeah, G0LDB returning.
Very good audio as well, for the age of the radio. It just sounds really, really good to me. And I think you were just on a lucky section there because there was not very much wind noise neither. G7LNK, G0LDB.
Right, a little bit windy as you can see there, but and a bit cold, but I think quite amazing performance from those two old radios. Obviously we've got a little bit of elevated ground here, but nice, a good day for propagation, I think, on the 2 meter band as well, which is helping a little bit. But hopefully it'll give us a bit of a comparison between the two radios. So let's go over to the second site, which is a little bit further away, and we'll try Mick from there. Right, we've just had a solid QSO with Mick all the way to this location with the aerial on the roof. I did have a bit of a problem yesterday. I was dropping in and out of the repeater, and what I found on that old aerial was there was some corrosion. You know where the aerial slides in and out and you can adjust it for the SWR and the stainless steel. Got all that powdery white stuff in it, and so I cleaned all that out, cleaned it all up with some switch cleaner, and I put some amalgamating tape, and it's, well, good again. We're absolutely solid, so no breakup of signals. Anyway, we shall test these radios because we are at location B, 7 miles away from Mick. So let's get outside and see if we can get him. Okay, this is G7LNK mobile out with the Kenwood TR-2500 at location B.
Location B, approximately 7 miles from Mick, testing 12345. The quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. How are you getting me there, Mick? G0LDB returning, yes. 8 out, just coming up to the 8. Not quite making the 9 on that one, Paul, but audio is good. But yes, on the audio, I think this end there is just beginning to be a little bit of fluffiness on the edge of the audio, if you know what I mean. G0LDB.
Yeah, I think there might be a little bit of, I think the pop filter may well have gone in the microphone.
Filter
it may well have gone in the microphone. I might need to put a bit more material in there, Mick. So just getting some explosive sounds coming through a little bit there. Okay, that's good. What I will quickly do is just switch it to low power, which is about 0.3 of a watt. And we'll try that. So I'm going to do that now.
Okay, Mick, I'm now on 0.3 of a watt. It's getting a bit windy as well.
Okay, Mick, I'm now on 0.3 of a watt. It's getting a bit windy as well. What difference does that make? Go ahead.
Yeah, between 4 and 5.
Between 4 and 5 signal strength, but the audio is about the same as before, so the audio is getting across okay. A little bit of fluffiness on the edge, as I said, and I did notice a little bit of wind noise there as well, but very good. Between 4 and 5.
Right, FT23R. Okay, we've got the FT23.
Okay, we've got the FT23R now, Mick, at location B, approximately 7 miles, as we said. I don't know how that's sounding. There's always a car coming past when I'm doing my tests here, normally and an aeroplane. Anyway, I don't know what that sounds like. I'm using full power on this radio, which is probably about 3 watts, I think. So equivalent power, I think, to the Kenwood there, although the Kenwood's down a little bit, at about 2 now. I've adjusted it. So I don't know how that's coming over to you there, Mick, from G7LNK Mobile.
Yep, G0LDB returning. Signal strength 5. Good audio. Very good audio actually, and yes, it's perfect.
Okay, Rog. Okay, this is G7LNK with the Yaesu FT23R now on low power. On low power, again, this is probably about 0.3 of a watt. How copy, Mick?
This is G7LNK with the Yaesu FT23R now on low power. On low power, again, this is probably about 0.3 of a watt. How copy, Mick?
Yeah, signal strength between 3 and 4. Fully quietening audio as well. You were doing good. So really the only main difference was the power level. The audio just sounded the same as it did half a minute ago, Paul. Round to you, mate. G0LDB.
This is a day later. It's a little bit windy out here, and we brought the radio out. We thought we'd do a little repeater test into GB3VM, which is about 20 odd miles away, and we thought we'd do a little test out in the fields, come get some exercise, and see if we can make it in from here. So let's give it a go. And got my little Tyler, little helper here with me. Right, let's try it. Right, so on this radio, to get on the repeater, there's a tone switch which you switch on the top there. That's the high-low power switch. We turn the radio on, and we've already got the repeater programmed in to the radio on one of the memories. These are the memory locations here. And then the only other thing we have to do is on the top there's a repeater minus switch there, which is obviously gives us the repeater shift. And it's as simple as that on this radio. So it has the lock feature, which is really nice, so you can lock it and you just tapping the keypad won't do anything. So anyway, let's see if we can get into GB3VM. Right, we seem to be getting the pips off the repeater, so we'll try again. This is G7LNK Portable doing a QRP test into GB3VM. Just wondering if anyone could give me a quick radio check.
G7LNK Mobile, Lima November Kilo, Mobile G8TJ, name's Ray, location is China in Oxfordshire. Use really well to get to the repeater from where you are. There's little noise on your signal, but perfectly readable, no problem. From G8TJ, G7LNK G8TQJ, yeah, okay, I think you said Paul, knowing me I've got it wrong. But there we are, that's live. Yeah, I'm listening to this repeater every day because I like to know what's going on in the repeater, or always go on the Aylesbury repeaters, like UHF and VHF. I've got both of them monitoring here because I am the repeater queue for the repeater from G8GQJ. I've understand on VHF to HF and all that. HF
How high is your above sea level? Couple? Yeah, mate, 214.
I just thought I'd show that example of how height is might. Okay, that repeater you heard there was GB3 Victor Mike. That repeater is about 58 miles away from here, and I'm not on particularly elevated ground here at all. That repeater was moved last week, and its location is up on Clee Hill, which is about 500 or so meters above sea level. And they moved the antenna from its previous location to a new location and reduced the power down to just 10 watts. So, and it's now got an amazing coverage, so much so they had to null it to the north so it didn't affect other repeaters. And I think they've got as far down as 70 miles to the south. So a really good example of how height is might, that I can actually access a repeater on foot here, 57, 58 miles away. Incredible. I might even do a video on that and the history of the Clee Hill site and the Clee Hill repeaters, because there's actually some very interesting backstory to that location, particularly with respect to pirate radio stations as well. So I may well run that story sometime soon on the channel. Right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. I think that was a pretty successful test. Mick seems to think the signal was coming over really nicely, so that's good to know that my tinkering was all good, and we managed to get this lovely old radio set up and sorted out. Now, I picked this radio up. People often ask where I get these from. I picked this radio up off of eBay, and don't be frightened to order from foreign countries if you're into your radios. These were quite popular in the States back in the 80s, and this is where I got this one from an eBay seller. And eBay deal with all the customs and everything. You just pay the fees up front, and this came very quickly, actually, within about 6 or 7 days from the States. It was very well packed, and it came with a free UV5R as well, which is useful. And so yeah, I was really pleased to get this, and never be put off by batteries not working or you know, a missing antenna. The only thing I would say to that is if they've got telescopic antennas and they're broken, then I would steer well clear, because that can be a bit of a problem. So yeah, really pleased with this lovely old Kenwood radio. I think this radio to me looks more cool. It does look a bit like a scanner, but it's certainly got that really retro 80s feel about it, which I love, of course. And with these new batteries in, and a little bit of TLC and the alignment, hopefully this will bring somebody a lot of fun in the future, should I ever part from it. But as you've probably noticed in my radio room, I tend to hang on to the radios a little bit. Okay, with that, we'll wish you 73. Thanks ever so much, guys, if you have been watching. And if you haven't already, please click the like button. And if you're not already a subscriber, please consider subscribing to the channel. So many people watch the videos and are not subscribed, and it really helps me if you can do both. Okay, with that, I shall let you get on with your weekend. I'm going to go and get on with mine. Big thanks to Mick for helping me today. He's a star, isn't he? Okay, mate, we'll catch you later. As I always say, 73s.